What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys have a fantastic day today. Today we have the December 2021 Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we have the final update of 2021, and we have a gigantic one in that with a lot of improvements and a lot of changes here at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys are on a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Today we have an absolutely epic Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in store to cap off 2021. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. Pardon me. I hope you guys are all enjoying your time with the family, and into the new year we go. But we're going to save that for tomorrow. We're going to get started with today's airport update because we have a lot to cover. So with all that being said, everybody, really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and let's get started. We'll begin right here with this Suncountry Airlines Boeing 737-800. This guy's in the Tide Pod 1 livery. This guy's currently taxiing in after landing on the 18s. We'll say 18 right for this particular example. This guy's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and he's going to be taken out to Las Vegas, Nevada following as such. This Spirit Airlines Airbus A320 with fence tips currently making a non-stop flight in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and he's going to be heading out to Detroit. Taxiing in, we have this Cessna 172. This guy's currently making a local flight and did some touch and goes over there on the 18s and is now taxiing over to the FBO ramp. This Boutique PC-12 is currently making a non-stop flight in from Carlsbad and is going to be heading back out there. Next up, we have this American Eagle Umber ERJ-145. This guy's currently on the behalf of Envoy Air. This guy's coming in from Fort Smith and is going to be heading out to Wichita Falls. And last up for the taxiing aircraft right here, we have this UPS Boeing 767-300 freighter. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Boston Logan International Airport. Is going to be heading out to Raleigh-Durham International Airport. That's the first time I've seen Raleigh-Durham on 767 cargo flights, so I thought that was a really cool flight to feature in today's update. Alrighty, so right here we have two SkyWest CRJ-700s on the behalf of American Eagle. I decided to put two right here because I'll kind of talk about it a little bit more once we get to what you guys saw in the background of that last frame, which I'm really excited to talk about. But I decided that the RJs needed a couple more gates for a variety of reasons, and I thought giving them one gate right here would be pretty fair considering the ratio standpoint of Terminal E. So that is why American Eagle has another gate here, but we'll go a little bit more into depth on that here in a second. We'll start with this front CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Amarillo. He's going to be heading out to Colorado Springs, and we have a second SkyWest CRJ-700. This guy's making a non-stop flight in from Aspen, Colorado, and he's going to be heading out to Manhattan, Kansas. Next up, we have some low-cost aircraft over here. Loading up, we have a Spirit Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently loading up for Orlando after coming in from Fort Lauderdale. Pushing back right now, we have a Spirit Airbus A320 Neo. This guy's currently pushing back with a non-stop service out to Los Angeles International Airport after coming in from Lance Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. And then there in the back, we got a really nice view of the tail and the shades kind of getting it out there on terminal. But we have a Frontier Airbus A321, Steve the Eagle, as the tail would suggest. This guy's currently loading up after coming in from, let's go with Newark, just change it up a little bit. Coming in from Newark, and this guy's going to have non-stop service out to Denver, Colorado. Alrighty, everybody, right here we have a brand new replica of the Terminal E satellite terminal. How about this? Super excited to have this in the replica now. I personally think it looks pretty good. Very pleased with how this turned out. So this is the redone Terminal E satellite concourse. Very happy with it, and I'm going to do a little bit of explaining. So you guys will be able to visually kind of see it as well. So I previously had a piece of wood right there that was going east to west essentially in my replica, and that's not that's not too realistic in all real estate. So what I ended up doing was it's crooked at about a northeast to a southwest angle, so that's what I have represented here. And then actually, so what happens is the gates start up there where that American CRJ-700 is, and they loop around to over here on the other side, as you guys can see. Unfortunately, due to the runway and space constraints, I wasn't able to get this backside in here, but I was able to significantly increase the size of this replica. So now we have 6 gates instead of 3, so I personally think that the doubling size right there is really nice, and that's going to give us a ton of relief over there at Terminal B. We are still pretty short on gates, but we are much closer. I'd honestly never thought that gates space would be an issue for the regional jets, but somehow we are here. So yes, we're having RJ issues, which is very unfortunate, but we're a lot closer, so we are in a little bit better shape. So this is the Terminal E satellite concourse. They parked Delta and some different and Spirit over here for a brief period in that 2015 time frame. However, since about that 2018-19 frame, it has all been American Eagle aircraft. For the most part, this has been Embraer ERJ-140s and 145s for Envoy Envoy. Now it's just 145 mainly 145s, but you will see some SkyWest 700s over here. So I'll just give you guys a quick distribution really quick to wrap up the whole summary. So most of the SkyWest CRJ-700s park where US Airways used to park in Terminal E, where I have it replicated. Then at the Terminal E satellite, that's where a good majority of the American Eagle Umber ERJ-145s for Envoy will park. You'll also see a couple of them interchanging at the Terminal E, the main landside concourse. And then at Terminal B, where the RJs park, that's where you're going to find the Mason 900s and all the American Envoy 175s. So that's kind of the distribution of how the terminal setup works. A little bit complicated, but it works pretty well, so very happy. But this is much more realistic. The terminal is this brown shade, so I got the brown shade going and got some windows on it. So personally, I think it's looking very good, but now we have 6 gates here at the Terminal E satellite. Again, this will give us a little bit more relief, and I'll talk about it a little bit more in Concourse B, but super happy to have this. I think it looks really good. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments section. And then if we had to, we could get a couple more gates on the backside and cut off a little bit of the runway. It would be a little unrealistic, but it would work. So let me know what you guys think, but I'm very happy to have this in the replica. So now we have 6 gates here. You'll mainly see Envoy 145s here, but you will see a couple 700s like we have in this demonstration. So let's get started. We'll begin up there with the top gate with that American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This guy's currently coming in from Lubbock. It's going to be making a non-stop service out to Bismarck, South Dakota. Next up, we have the SkyWest House Livery CRJ-700. This guy's currently coming in from Waswell, New Mexico, and is going to have non-stop service out to Lawton, Oklahoma. And then we have an empty gate where that 145 is about to taxi into that we previously saw. And we have 2 more Ember 145s. I apologize about the lighting. The positions of these are kind of adjusted to not only replicate how it is in real life, where they're kind of crooked and everything, but also to kind of help with space. It makes 6 gates very adequate in this space. I could probably even do 7, but I think 6 is pretty good with space and everything. But regardless, we have 2 more Envoy 145s. We'll start with the top one. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Brownsville and is going to be heading out to Chattanooga. And then we have another Ember ERJ-145. This guy's currently coming in from Baton Rouge, and he's going to be heading out to Mobile. So really nice lineup. Please let me know what you guys think of it. I'll be really excited to hear, but I think it's looking pretty good. So very happy with this lineup, and we'll transition into our next aircrafts. Next up, we have a nice assortment of Delta aircraft. These are all Airbuses. That's absolutely crazy. We have one A220-300, 2 A220-100s, and an Airbus A320 in the thank you livery. We're going to begin with the Airbus A320 or A220-300. Pardon me. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from New York LaGuardia's International Airport, and he's going to be heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah. Next up, we have the first Airbus A220-100. This guy's currently coming in from New York's John F. Kennedy, and is going to be heading out to Detroit, Metropolitan Wayne County International Airport. Then we have the second Delta Airbus A220-100. This guy's currently coming in from Minneapolis St. Paul's International Airport, and he's going to be heading out to Boston Logan International Airport. So a really nice A220 lineup right there. Very pleased with that. And then a little bit backlit, my apologies, but we have the Delta Airlines Airbus A321 in the thank you livery. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport or Citrus Aviation's airport, and he's going to be heading out to Los Angeles International Airport. Feel free to always submit local fan pictures and subscriber routes. I have been seeing you guys do that, so I appreciate that, and we'll see those throughout the updates. So looking very nice. Here we go with the north side of Terminal E. We'll begin right there with the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the One World livery. This guy's currently coming in from Seattle and is going to be heading out to Portland. We have a JetBlue Airbus A320 with the blueberries tail with fence tips. This guy's currently coming in from Boston Logan and is going to be heading out to New York John F. Kennedy. So a really nice kind of duo turn system right there, if you will. United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Star Alliance paint scheme. This guy's currently making non-stop service for us today in from Chicago O'Hare and is going to be heading out to Newark. Very excited for the MAX 8 to come out. They are coming in from Newark regularly, so I'm really excited to feature that. And hopefully next airport update or very soon after, so very excited about that. And then we do have a couple more United Airlines aircraft. We have an Airbus A320. This guy's currently loading up. He's coming in from Denver International Airport. Is going to be heading out to Houston Intercontinental. Very cool to have the Houston mainline. I think that's really nice. Kind of peeking right there over Terminal D. The extension piece, we have the United Express Embraer ERJ-175. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from San Francisco and is going to be heading off to Washington Dulles. A320s are also flying Dulles, but we got the 175 for this, so looking good. Here's kind of the best makeshift view I could do for the Terminal D extension. I wanted to get it with the lighting and we were already over here, so let's cover it real quick if that's good with you guys. So little change into some American mainline action here real quick if you guys don't mind. We'll begin right there with that American Airlines Airbus A321 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from some new cities, West Palm Beach. I believe that's new. It's probably flown at some point in the past. But very cool to have West Palm Beach in there. And then this guy's going to be heading out to Raleigh-Durham. Pushing back, we have an American Airlines Airbus A320 currently fading into the shadow. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Jacksonville, and is going to be heading out to Palm Springs. Another 2 new ones that are really cool. American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from, make sure I got this right. Let's go with Seattle, and is going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. And then we have an American Airlines Airbus A319 with fence tips currently loading up. This guy's currently coming in from Santa Barbara or TPA Aviation Airport, and is going to be heading out to El Paso, Texas, also TPA Aviation Airport. Taxiing in, we have the FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 freighter that just landed on 17 Center. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from, I don't think we get 767s all the time, but I thought it'd be cool to throw one in. So we'll just say Indianapolis, and we'll be heading out to Memphis. Here we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips. This guy's currently coming in from Philadelphia and is going to be heading out to Phoenix. American Airlines Airbus A319, this is in the America West Heritage Paint Scheme. This guy's currently making the non-stop service in from Kansas City today and is going to be heading out to Columbus, Ohio. Quite a cool frame that we have right here. This looks really, really cool. We have a FedEx Express McDonald's MD-11 in the background. That guy's currently doing a Memphis turn for us, and he's taxiing over to the ramp. We have an American Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. This guy's currently lifting off on the turnaround back out to Miami. Really, really cool aircraft. That is the second release. Very, very glad to have it. And currently taxiing in, we have the FedEx Express Boeing 757-200. This guy's currently making a non-stop service today. Let's say that he's coming in from Newark and is going to be heading out to let's go with San Antonio, my bad, sorry guys. Right here we have the Contour Umber Ear J-135. This guy's currently coming in from Greensville, Mississippi. Trying to get that custom done, so my apologies, but I promise that will be getting worked on ASAP, so my apologies on that behalf. Currently just touched down and is slowing down here on 17 Center. We have this American Airlines Airbus A319 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Eagle County Regional Airport and is going to continue on to Key West, Florida for us today. Very nice aircraft. Here at the American Airlines hangar, the East hangar, we have some American Airlines mainline aircraft currently hanging out. We have Airbus A319 with fence tips. This guy came in earlier and he's going to be chilling out waiting for a C check. This Airbus A320 is currently repositioning. He's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor later. He came in on a non-stop service in from Pittsburgh earlier. And then we have Airbus A321neo. This guy's also going to be repositioning on a commercial flight back out to Phoenix. The 320 is going to be flying a ferry flight, but 321neo will also be heading out to Phoenix, but on a commercial flight. He made a non-stop service in from Newark earlier. So looking really good. Currently hanging out the hangar right here, we have this American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. This is the first release, of course. What a lovely model. This guy's currently hanging out, and he's going to be making a non-stop flight out to London Heathrow here in a little bit. Last up, we have a plethora of American Airlines heavy aircraft, a 777-300ER, a Boeing 787-9, and a Boeing 787-8. These guys are currently coming in after miscellaneous flights and will be heading out to miscellaneous destinations after some routine maintenance over here at the East Hangar at DFW. Looking very nice. First up here at Terminal D, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319 with Sharklets. There are quite a few American A319 international flights with Sharklets, so that's definitely why I wanted to feature this one over here. Quite a few that I've not seen before, so there's a chance that these are resumptions because pre-pandemic, I'll be honest, I wasn't the best when it came to international destinations. So here's a couple of them. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Gunston and is going to be heading out to Miss Aurora, I think that's how you say it. Both those were Sharklet aircraft, so I thought it would be nice to include that. So really nice aircraft right there. Currently on the pushback, we have a lovely American Airlines 787-8. There's not been a ton of flights for the 787. We'll say this guy's coming in from Miami earlier, and then he's going to be making a non-stop international flight out to Madrid. Looking good. This American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER is currently making a non-stop flight in from Frankfurt and is going to be heading out to Charlotte later today. Right here we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. This guy's currently loading up with the non-stop service after coming in from Honolulu earlier. He's going to be heading out to London Heathrow for us today. You guys may notice that this is the first time I've ever put the 333 here at the middle gate and not the left gate, because as you guys can briefly see, I wanted to have a few more internationals in here on these gates, so that is exactly what I did. Alrighty, really good international lineup we have right here. British Airways Boeing 787-10. This guy's currently loading up with the non-stop turn back up to London Heathrow. Mainly 789 still. Hopefully NG will redo one or something like that, but we'll just have to see, I suppose. So looking really good right there. Lufthansa Airbus A340-300. This guy is still rocking strong. Very happy to see this. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Frankfurt and is going to be heading back out there. And then we got the Qatar Airbus A350-1000 in the One World livery. Beautiful model. This guy's currently loading up the non-stop service back out to Doha today. Really nice lineup of aircraft right there. Very pleased with that. Looking very good. Alrighty, transitioning into Terminal C, we got quite a few amazing American Airlines mainline aircraft in quite a few different shades of colors, so let's get started. American Airlines Airbus A321 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Albuquerque and is going to be heading out to Houston Intercontinental. We have an American Airlines Airbus A320. This guy's currently loading up. He came in from Milwaukee and is going to be making a non-stop service out to Birmingham, Alabama, which is seeing A320s right now. Really crazy for a route that was previously RJs. To see A320s is very cool, so really glad to see that progression there from Birmingham. Another American Airlines Airbus A321, however, this is in stamp the cancer livery, looking really good. This guy's coming in from, let's go with Fort Lauderdale for him, is going to be heading out to New York LaGuardia. Kind of hard with the Sharklet aircraft to distinguish them, but it's still looking really good. Pushing back, American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from Austin, Texas. Is going to be heading out to Vancouver for us today. And then kind of up there in the frame, we have an American Airlines 787-9. This guy's currently making, we do have a lot more 787-9 routes compared to 787-8, so that's awesome. But this guy actually came in from Montego Bay, which that's the first time I've seen 787-9 on that route, so that's really cool. So we're saying that that guy came in from Montego Bay earlier, and then he's going to be making non-stop service out to Orlando MCO for us today as we speak. Looking good. Transitioning to the other side, you guys can probably see the wingtip, but there is an American A321 Neo back there. I'm going to head over there and we'll cover that a little bit later. We have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER right there. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Kona and is going to be heading out to Kahului later. Lots of Hawaii flights on 777s and 787s, so really enjoy seeing that. American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently making the non-stop service in from San Jose today after coming in from Kalispell, looking good. American Airlines Airbus A320 with CFM engines. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Tulsa. Really cool to see daytime flight. Very excited for that upcoming in January. And this guy's going to be heading out to Madison, Wisconsin. Another American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Reno, Tahoe International Airport. And is going to be heading out to Cancun, Mexico here in a little bit. And then currently loading up there at the bottom gate, we have that American Airlines Airbus A319 with fence tips. There are a lot of these, but I'm not complaining. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Washington Dulles International Airport and is going to be heading out to Wilmington. So really nice lineup. Very glad to have it, and it's looking really good. One thing I really enjoy is these really cool scenic shots and frames at these model airports, and this lineup right here, Terminal B at DFW, looks absolutely outstanding. So let's dive into it. So here on the bottom side, as you guys can see, we have all of our regional jets. As you guys can see, we have Mesa 700s. I think there's one, or Mesa 900s. I think there's one 700 in there, which is not impossible to see. And then our 175 lineup. So let's get started. Sorry about that. That was a paintbrush that fell off this chair. But regardless, here we go. Mesa CRJ-900 for American, of course. Lots of routes to encompass here. So we'll begin right here with this Mesa CRJ-900. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Greensboro or Greenville, Spartanburg. I'm sorry, TPA Aviation Airport. I always get Greensboro and Greensboro, Spartanburg. Or Greensville. There's two airports out there that have very similar ICAOs that I get confused. But regardless, GSP. And then he's going to be making the non-stop service out to Lafayette. American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 on the behalf of SkyWest Airlines. One sold for $50 on eBay today. I was a little sad that I wasn't able to make it to it. I definitely would have bought it. I was only like 15 minutes late to the email. But one sold for $50 today, free shipping on eBay. So that's crazy. But we do have one over here at the gate. This guy's currently coming in from St. George and is going to be heading out to Idaho Falls. We have this American Eagle Umber ERJ-175 on the behalf of Envoy Air. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight in from Bakersfield or ROC Aviation's airport and is going to be heading out to Springfield, Missouri. Another Mesa CRJ-900. I can't believe I forgot to address this on the first one. I've just been such a group for this update. But these 900s, they look so good. So happy to have them in the airport updates. They just look, I mean, they just speak for themselves. I'm very happy with them. But this next one is currently making a non-stop service in from Tallahassee, Florida. It's going to be heading up to Rapid City, North Dakota. We have another Mesa CRJ-900. However, that one's in the Mesa House livery. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Mobile, Alabama, and is going to be heading out to Louisville, Kentucky. On pushback, we have another Envoy 175 on the behalf of American Eagle. This guy's currently making the non-stop service in from Keelan, Texas. And let's go with Evansville, Indiana. I wanted to say Evansville because I just wanted to address all the tornadoes that happened in December in that region. Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana. Just want to say all my thoughts and prayers go out to anybody affected by that. Absolutely horrible tragedy, and just very, very sad to see that. But very sorry to all those guys. I'm very sorry to see that. All my prayers and thoughts go out to you guys. So very sorry to see that. Another Mesa Sierra-900 here. This guy's currently making a nonstop flight in from Augusta and is going to be heading out to Peoria, Illinois. And that'll transition us into the main line a little bit. Down here on the corner, I thought I would get this one since we're over here, but we have an American Airlines Airbus A320 with Sharklets. This guy's currently going to be making a nonstop service in from Pittsburgh today. He's going to be heading up to Jackson Hole. Another American Airlines Airbus A320 right here. Quite a few A320s, which is nice to see. This guy's currently coming in from Spokane, Washington, and is going to be heading out to Washington Reagan National Airport. American Airlines Airbus A321neo. This guy's currently making a nonstop service in from Orlando MCO and is going to be heading out to Tampa, or TPA, International Airport. Got a little reflection action going on, as we can see. Beginning with this American Airlines 737-800 by NG Models. Very hopeful for a re-release. That would be awesome. But this guy's currently coming in from Chicago O'Hare. Is going to be heading out to Colorado Springs. American Airlines Airbus A319 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from San Antonio and is going to continue on for us today out to sorry, Sharklet routes are kind of hard to get straight. We'll just say Columbia. And then we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips over there. This guy's currently coming in from Ontario and is going to make a non-stop service proceeding on over to Las Vegas. American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Reno Air Heritage paint scheme. This guy's currently coming in from Cincinnati and is going to be heading out to Raleigh-Durham. American Airlines Airbus A319, the PSA livery. That's the Aero Classics model. Very happy to have that one. This guy's currently making a non-stop service today in from Charlotte and is going to be heading out to, sorry, so many routes. We'll say Charleston, South Carolina. Another American Airlines 737-800. This guy's currently coming in from Austin, Texas. Austin is booming, so happy to see it. And he's going to be proceeding on to Memphis, Tennessee. American Airlines Airbus A321, another fence tip edition. That Aero Classics model has been going very, very well for such a long time now. This guy's coming in from San Francisco, and he's going to proceed on to Jacksonville, which is a very cool route for a 321. American Airlines Boeing 787-9, another one. There's plenty of flights for the 787. This particular airframe, however, though, is going to be making service in from, Bogota, which is another new one for 787, which is really cool. And then he taxied over here to domestic Concourse, where he's going to make proceeding service on to, I think there's some Terminal A and C departures on some Europe flights, so we'll kind of do a little bit of that and say that this guy's going to be heading on to Madrid following as such. In the frame over, or actually I'll go over there anyways, just seeing if there's anything else on this side. I don't believe so. So we have, or actually there's one more aircraft that we'll get from this angle. That being this Mesa Sierra-900 in the Mesa House livery. This guy's currently coming in from Midland, Texas, and is going to have proceeding service to Panama City. Here is a private Challenger 300. The Shapeways order has shipped, which I'm super excited about. If you guys are unaware, I made a huge Shapeways order that I'm super excited about, so very excited for that. But here's the Challenger 300. We'll say this guy's currently making a longer flight after he came in from Van Nuys, California. He's going to make an even longer flight out to Teesboro, New Jersey, pardon me, which is a huge, both those airports are huge GA facilities, so very cool to get that in here today. Here's an American Eagle Umber ERJ-170 on the behalf of Envoy Air. These are mainly in Chicago, but there was a couple here in Dallas, so we'll say this particular airframe is currently making a non-stop service in from Amarillo, Texas, and is going to be making non-stop service out to Corpus Christi, Texas. So really nice lineup. Holding short of 17 right here, we have this American Eagle Bombardier Sierra-900 on the behalf of, let's go with PSA Airlines, change it up a little bit here. This guy's currently coming in from Knoxville, Tennessee, is going to make proceeding service out to Jackson, Mississippi. Nice lineup right there. Right there we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with Sharklets. This guy's currently making service in from San Diego, California, is going to be heading back out west to Portland, Oregon. Then we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200DR. This guy currently in the One World paint scheme. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, which I think is 2 daily, so very glad to see that. And we'll say that he's going to have proceeding service on to, let's go with Miami. That'll be nice. There we go. Here we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently loading up with a non-stop service out to San Antonio, Texas today after making non-stop service in from Indianapolis. Next in line, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 in the US Airways Heritage Paint Scheme. This guy's currently making a non-stop service. Pardon me, I cannot talk today. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from West Palm Beach, Florida, and is going to be heading out to Fort Myers, which is probably more 737s, but let's change it up a little bit. This American Airlines Airbus A319 with fence tips currently making non-stop service in from Wichita and is going to be heading out to Omaha. And last but certainly not least for the concourse and some stunning lighting, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the One World paint scheme. This guy is currently coming in from Washington Reagan National Airport or Aviation 18's airport. And let me get an oddball destination off the paper. I did most of those off the top of my head. How about, let's change it up and go, what's one we haven't done in a while? Windsor Locks, that will be perfect. Really nice lineup right there for American, that was really nice. Taxing in, we have this American Airlines Boeing 787-9. This guy's currently coming in from Kahului and is going to continue on with proceeding service to, San Jose in the Caribbean, I believe. I think San Juan, that's the one, I'm sorry. And I believe that's the first time San Juan's been on 789, which is very cool, so very glad to see that. Currently coming in still that gate from the pushing back Envoy 175 that we previously covered. We have this Envoy American Eagle Umber J-175. This guy's currently making the non-stop service today in from Little Rock and is going to head back to Arkansas with Northwest Arkansas or Fayetteville. Alrighty, couple more taxiing aircraft and we'll take it over to the cargo ramp. We have this American Eagle Bombarian Acer J-900. One final one from Mesa. These are units, so glad to have them in the airport updates. This guy's coming in from Houston Hobby and he's going to have proceeding service out to Sears Rapids. Next up we have the Air Canada Express Embraer J-175. This guy currently is making non-stop service in from Montreal and is going to be heading out to Toronto Pearson. Taxiing out for departure, we have the Aeromexico Connect Embraer J-190. This guy's coming in from Mexico City on the regular flight and will be heading back out there. Here we have the Volaris Airbus A320 Neo. This guy's coming in from Mexico City and is going to continue on to Guadalajara. Next in line, we have this American Eagle Embraer J-175. This guy's on the behalf of Envoy Air. He's currently taxiing out with a non-stop departure today for us today out to San Angelo after coming in from Grand Junction, Colorado. Very excited about the upcoming Envoy release of the actual model that Gemini Jets is doing 1:400 scale. I did order 3 of them to this point. I may do one more. I'm not going to use all of them simply because we just don't have the room, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But I'll kind of crazy to think that, but man, crazy. Next up, we have the Vita Airbus A320 with Sharklets. This guy's currently taxiing out after coming in from Monterey. He's going to be heading out to Mexico City. Here we have this American Eagle Embraer J-175. This guy's currently holding short of the runway and he's going to have non-stop service today for Envoy one more time. I forgot that we had so many, my bad. This guy's currently coming in from Lexington or Outer Rim Aviation's airport and is going to have proceeding service out to Myrtle Beach, which is on the 175, which is pretty interesting, but very cool. Definitely not forgetting this model in the airport update. So glad to have this in the collection. Currently taxiing on, getting ready to take off, runway 18 left. We have the Japan Airlines Boeing 787-9 by NG Models. What a stunning model right here. Also super excited for their new program that's called CPR, the Correctors Reward program, I believe what it's called. It's something like that. But NG Models with their models and products are going to start sending these little kind of like lottery ticket cards, if you will, and you're going to scratch off a code and be able to redeem prizes and exclusive benefits as collectors onto their website. Very, very excited about that. I personally think it's going to be a very cool asset. I'll probably do an entire video on it, but we got to get these airport updates out first and everything, and I've been grinding really hard to make sure everything comes out on time on the end of the year. Again, this is a one-man show and I do it all here, so very much appreciate all the support. Liking and subscribing really makes my day, but we do the dang thing here, and hopefully we'll be able to make a video on that. But I'm super excited for that new system that will be beginning next year in 2022. But right here we have the Japan Airlines JAL or JAL 787-9. He's currently lining up runway 18 left with a non-stop departure today out to Tokyo Narita International Airport. What a phenomenal way to finish off this ramp. But we do have a couple of final aircraft that we'll take a look at before concluding this airport update. Last but certainly not least, we have the UPS section for today's airport update. Currently loading up here on the left, we have the UPS Boeing 757-200. This guy's currently loading up with the non-stop service out to Tampa, Florida after coming in from San Antonio, Texas. We have the UPS McDonnell's MD-11. This guy's currently coming in from Chicago, Rockford, and is going to be heading out to Ontario. And last but certainly not least, Pardon me, we have the UPS Boeing 747-400 freighter. Very cool to get this back in here. It's been flying a little bit during the holiday season in DFW from Louisville. So this guy's coming in from Louisville, and they may proceed on to Anchorage. And just for the heck of it, last aircraft, he's going to be heading out to Anchorage, Alaska for us today. Airport updates are over for 2021. What do I say? That was one heck of a ride, everybody. We started strong and we ended strong with our first update for Albuquerque with this brand new camera setup that we have right here with the lens and everything, and we're ending strong right here at the DFW cargo ramp. What a year, guys. Thank you guys so much. This is the final video of 2021. I didn't want to expedite this video, but I kind of just went with the groove, and you know, I know you guys are really busy and everything. The last several videos have been super long, so I tried to make this fairly condensed, and I'm not going to ramble too long here, but I seriously can't say thank you guys so much for an amazing 2021. There are a lot of hurdles. Obviously, me getting ill was not a benefit by any means, but we had so many awesome things this year, including me beginning to fly, so much fan support, almost 4,000 subscribers and over 600,000 channel views and everything in between. I seriously can't thank you guys enough for all the support on my channel. I seriously can't thank you guys enough, and I really appreciate it. I'm so excited for what's to come, and 2022 is going to be another phenomenal year. Cannot believe that we only have one more semester of high school, but we're just going to keep making it happen every single day. And once again, I can't thank you guys enough. So excited for all the upcoming content. I hope you guys are excited for it as well. Please let me know if there's anything you guys would like to request or say in the comment section. Feel free to fill out the subscriber route and local fan pictures in the description below as we go into 2022. I'm so excited for what's to come, and I hope you guys are as well. But with that being said, everybody, that is going to do it for today's Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update. My name is Redriveraviation, and I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in 2022 as Redriveraviation is signing off. Goodbye, 2021. We'll see you soon.